What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media, and I just got back from the theater from watching Love Hurts starring Ke Huy Quan. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a review on the film, going over my overall thoughts, and then going into some pros and cons about the movie, just doing a little bit of a review for it for you guys if you are planning on seeing this film. So if you enjoy movie reviews and just overall content like this, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below what you thought of the film, and if you're going to go see the film, and make sure to turn on those notifications and share this video with your friends. But with all that being said, let's jump into the video. Love Hurts is basically about a guy named Marvin who has some shady things he's done in the past that he's trying to run from and hide from. So he builds a new life and he is now a businessman. And then it comes back to bite him and he has to kind of deal with the fact that he can't keep hiding anymore. And he has to face it and he has to just try to get rid of the past. And I will say, this film overall is a very fun time. I had a fun time watching it, and I did find myself really getting thrown into the story at some points. But the story does have a lot of struggles with it, and I think that the two main standouts of this film are definitely Ke Huy Quan. I loved seeing him get a lead role in a movie like this. It was awesome, and he did an awesome job because it's just so fun to watch him, like in things like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Loki Season 2, things like that. And the other standout for me was definitely the action and the choreography. I thought that everybody did an awesome job with the choreography and things like that. And it was just it was really fun to watch those fights unfold and just see them use all the different things around them just to kind of fight and things like that. I thought that that was really fun to watch, and I overall had a fun time with that. Sadly, I do think that the bad kind of sort of outweighs the good on this film. I do think that this film is an overall fun time, but with the kind of synopsis that I gave you guys for the film earlier, it still doesn't really clear up what the film is about. They don't really dive right into the backstories of all these characters. This movie's only like 86 minutes, which is like an hour and 20 minutes. It doesn't really have that much time to dive into the backstories of some characters. So you don't really, I felt like I was missing a big chunk of the story here with the whole time with the motivations behind the characters and just some of the characters in general. I just didn't really feel as connected to the story because of how little time we spent setting up some characters and really explaining why they're there and why they are doing what they're doing. And for me, that negative kind of just had a chain reaction effect with the whole film because then the story just ended up kind of falling apart for me halfway through because they got to the point where they weren't really explaining a ton anymore. I mean, we had a few flashback sequences, but they didn't last more than a minute. And I feel like we just should have gotten more of that just so we could feel more for these characters and not just feel like we have to just believe all of these things that are happening. And not every single joke for me landed in this film, which is something that I feel like a lot of other people will say too, because comedy is subjective. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that are gonna go see this that are gonna love the comedy, but in my opinion, it just didn't land as much as I thought it would because it does feel like it'd be more of like a comedic movie, and along with that, I just feel like they should have used the rated R rating more in this film. I mean, it is a rated R movie and it has a lot of action. I feel like they could have utilized that and done some really fun things, but when it comes to the action, it really feels like it's PG-13. And honestly, that's not a huge complaint of mine, but I just feel like that's a little bit of missed potential there. So overall, I think that the story definitely is messy for this film. They don't really get to their full potential for this movie. This movie would have benefited so much more if it was longer, and I feel like the fact that it's an hour and 20 minutes really makes this movie suffer a lot more than a lot of people would think. But there are good things, and I do want to mention the good positives. Like I said, Ke Huy Quan is awesome in this movie, and the action is really fun. And the movie overall, if you just shut your brain off for an hour and a half, it's a fun time. And even if you walk out thinking of the bad things, it's still just overall fun time. Like I walked out and I immediately thought of two good things from this film. And if you want to go have a good time, spend Valentine's Day watching this movie, I recommend it because it is a Valentine's Day movie and you will have fun because it is a fun movie just to shut your brain off and just enjoy the action. And overall, I probably give this movie 2.5 out of 5 stars. And I'm just being generous with that half star just because, I had fun, but those 2 stars are really meant for Ke Huy Quan and the action, like I said before. But that's going to do it for my review. It's late. I got to edit this video, get it up. And yeah, the next movie review on my channel should be for Captain America Brave New World, which is next week, and I'm getting pretty excited for it. But yeah, With all that being said, everybody, let me know in the comments below if you're going to go see this movie, or if you have, what did you think? And then let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share this with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.